Hey guys, this is GamerCal. Welcome to Toho Puppet Dance Performance Shard of Dreams. This is a Netplay video between me and Ross. This is the first match that we ever played, and it is the only match of this style, if you will, that you'll see, because neither of us saved a replay for this. As it turns out, reading Japanese is not my speciality. You may have noticed by the fact that I don't tend to play a lot of these things unless they're in English. But this game is too fun not to, and I do still have the XSplit recording here, so we're going to see this one live, so do expect there'll be a lot of delays and stuff here, but yeah, this is the first game that we played, so let's just get to it. Extra Luna is a focus-based, physical regenerator type tank, which has the awesome effect of having Stealth Trap and Decrescendo on the same thing, which is pretty good. And it seemed, we took quite a while to load up. This is unfortunately a thing between me and Ross, that it just takes a while for our stuff to start here. Should also be noted that this is at double speed. I don't feel like it's worth trying to do more than that, but yeah. So, Sis Parsi, we've seen it in the base game, she still does Bind Trap, it's still pretty good. I am pretty confident against her here because Sound and Warped is relatively good against her types here. Changeling with the Obsidian, I don't remember if I caught the fact of that was boosted. I probably did, but I forgot it later on. Yep, she Changeling's out of there, and that's fine because whatever's coming in is going to eat a Drain Seed, which is pretty good for me. Drain Seed is obviously Leech Seed in Pokemon terms, and Ross probably doesn't realise exactly what Luna is aiming to do here, but the Stealth Trap is super important. Like, the Bind Trap is super annoying against my team for Satori, and a little bit for Aya. But other than that, I'm not overly fussed about it. Like, it could be a lot worse. And yeah, Ross is just taking his time trying to work out what to switch into here. And Mira seems to be the one he has chosen. I forget exactly what type Mira is. I think she is fighting electric now. She's one that changed types entirely from the base game to the expansion, and I think it's fighting electric. So at least the speed form, her other form stayed kind of the same. But the Decrescendo is pretty good here. It's Parting Shot, so the Break Shot does do quite a bit of damage. Fighting Attack is super effective against the Warp type that I have there, but I'm focus based and you can see how much health I've already recovered there, so it's pretty good. Letty is also focus based and is Water Nature, kind of a little bit like Lapras now. Except she has Super Fang and stuff, which is pretty good. Also another Drain Seed user. This team was designed to force the opponent to switch out quite a lot between debuffs and Leech Seed and all sorts of annoying stuff like that. Kind of capitalizes on the whole Stealth Trap aspect, which is pretty good. Dark Sphere is 100 power, 90 accuracy. Didn't really matter too much there. The crit on the Lacy Mist kind of helped because it meant that I didn't have to take an extra hit, but all it really did is just kill it quicker, so honestly it's perfectly fine. And then Power Rika comes in. Power Rika is probably Ross's flagship puppet, actually. He seems to use her on quite a few different teams, and very, very slow, but exceptionally powerful. You see me looking at the spread defense there going, yeah, no chance I'm tanking that. Hina is really my only option for switching in here, and I didn't particularly want to go to Hina, but I was expecting to hit like a big electric attack here, but instead he goes for the poison. So that's kind of good for me because Hina is obviously very good at resisting that. Extra Hina is fire and poison and is really good at focus attack and spread defense. So useful stuff here. She is Silver Hairpinned on my team, so there's extra potency against the spread attacks there. As you can see, that just did not do that much damage at all, despite being, 70 base power is not that great, but it's stab off of 155 spread attack, so quite the bulk there. Considering I'm not even using spread defense efforts here, I'm using attack and HP, so, very nice. As you can see though, a lot of my movesets I've got switching moves myself, so Changelings and Decrescendo, there's probably Lightning Speed somewhere in here as well, because why not? And yeah, the thing for this now, we have switch initiative. We are facing off against Yuki, right? So what to try and bring in against Yuki? Power Yuki is water and fire, but she's faster than Aya at the moment because of the bind trap that's in play. So I kind of don't want to go to her. I think I decide on Letty in the end here. Yeah, so not really the greatest of options, but I'm thinking she's a fire attack shouldn't kill me in one hit, and I should be able to get the Drain Seed off, and maybe something can come from it. I don't know, maybe. It's a bit of a tricky situation, right? Because if I go back to Hina, then she gets blasted by a water attack, and that's not good at all. So yeah, we get hit by the fire, and oh my god, that does so much damage. I was thinking, okay, she's strong, but there's no way she could have done that much damage to me unless she was, what is the item called in this game? Good Earring? The Choice Specs item? So, I mean, I sort of think about it and like, I'm pretty sure this is Specs, so I could go to Hina, but I don't think I want to take that chance, so I just sacrifice Letty here instead. She is good, especially with the Some Guts ability. She is a good asset to the team, but at this stage it's like, no, I need to get stuff out here. And I was sort of looking at it going, well, I still don't trust it entirely, so we'll just go for the decrescendo here, and I do have Drain Seed at my disposal, so we'll get the switch out, and oh my god, it does so much. Make it stop. She also has positive, which is competitive, and I didn't know that, so that was kind of cool to see, but it didn't really matter too much because my Hina's got Shadow Bomb, so priority. I was like, okay, I just need to weaken her enough. That's why I didn't bring Hina in here beforehand. I just need to weaken her enough to the point where I can bait it into staying in and kill it off with Shadow Bomb, and that's exactly what happens. So I took a ton of damage, but the nice thing about taking it on Luna is that Regenerator, or what's it called in this game again? Healing Power is very good. I'll still get a ton of health back off of that, so she's in an okay spot. She's at like 40% health left or something. That's still pretty good. So extra Satori, say hello to Greninja. She is more focus based than Greninja, but she starts off as Illusion and Never. So that's actually weak to Never itself, so this Shadow Bomb will do quite a lot of damage. I do believe she has so many different moves at her disposal, it's kind of hard to say exactly what's the best set for her, but the Infinite Changes will turn her into a Sound type, and this is a bit problematic because she's now resistant to Shadow Bomb, so I'm actually going to lose Hina here, but the good thing is that I'll take out Satori as well, because the Straw Doll will take her out. Straw Doll is Life Orb, in case you forget from the first game, so that's good. I do have to sacrifice my main spread tank, but the only thing that's left that I'm truly scared of on the spread side is Mistia. So winning the war against Mistia is the tricky part here, and the way to do that, I figured, yeah, looking at Satori here, I have lightning speed, so we know how good Mistia is from the very first game that I played in the previous game, but Sound is now weak to electric, so Mistia has gone from having a 2x weakness to it to a 4x, and apparently I'm still faster despite being at -1 speed. I guess there's no speed investment on the Mistia there. That surprised me a lot. I was like, oh, I somehow did not see this coming. So now we have extra Aya coming in place of the Satori there, so that's pretty good. Aya is not as fast as she normally is in this form, and she is more of a spread attacker, but she does have Brave Song, so she's pretty good. She blocks priority, which is the main good thing about her with her ability, and even though she isn't going to get the kill here, she does have fire coverage to work on the steel type of Rika, so that does a ton of damage. And then Danmaku Dance comes and destroys my face, because Rika has Unyielding Form, that's a steel version of Pixelate and whatnot, and Danmaku Dance is basically Thrash, so that's pretty great. You know, 155 base attack and having a 156 power stab, pretty good. I'd say pretty good. So I basically just figured that, well, my win condition here is Chen. Chen unfortunately does lose to Parsi, however, if Parsi has a water attack. So my goal here was to try and get the Confuse off. I really should have just killed Rika with Chen here, and everything would have probably been fine, but I didn't really trust that there was no water attack on the Parsi, because the default set, right, is something like Bind Trap, Dark Attack, Water Attack, and maybe a status move, and we had only seen Bind Trap and Changeling at the moment, so even Changeling kind of deals quite well with Chen here. Extra Chen is kind of like a Linoon, but instead of having Gluttony, she has known limits, which reduces non-stab attack damage by 25%. So Rika can't really stay in here. She's confused, 50% chance of doing nothing, and yeah, the shooting press does quite a lot of damage. Unfortunately doesn't get the kill. I didn't trust, even at +6, the Swallow Cut to kill, because it is Turret Stab, but Parsi does resist it by being a Dart type. So I didn't trust it to just nuke her in one hit. Parsi also isn't weak to Stealth Trap, despite being a Dart type, because of the water typing, so, you know. So basically my goal was to get Luna up to a decent amount of HP, and it turns out Parsi's got Curse Reversal. I'm not sure I was aware of that, but yeah, she has Curse Reversal and Poison Trap, so that's her complete moveset now: Bind Trap, Poison Trap, Curse Reversal, and Changeling. So that essentially means that she doesn't have the strongest of offenses against Chen here, and I can kind of just wear her down. With Decrescendo I can debuff the Changeling so that it won't kill Chen, and from there I just kind of win the game, right? Because we saw that Shooting Press did about 70% damage. There's no way that Parsi could actually get enough health back to survive that, and Decrescendo will debuff her so that Changeling doesn't actually kill me anyway. There is a sort of way around that she could then switch out to the Rika, and then Rika could tank the hit so that Changeling would be stronger, but at this point that doesn't really cut it, because then I just go back to Luna, and Luna wins in a 1v1 against Parsi. So there isn't really a whole lot that it could do there. The Curse Reversal doesn't do much of anything, and Rika obviously gets outsped even at -1 because Rika has about base 30 speed or something. She is really Trick Room based. I went for the Swallow Cut just in case she had some crazy priority that I didn't know about. And yeah, that's basically it. So, pretty interesting game. I thought it was kind of cool for the first game that we ever played, because we're both like, what does this all do? How do we play against this? And yeah, it was pretty good fun. So hopefully you enjoyed it. All the battles from here should be replays, because I have the option now set for saving replays. So everything from here should have like the game music and be at normal speed and blah blah blah, but I figured it's important to preserve the first match that you play online. I did play the first game that I did in base game as a recording on stream, on video stuff as well, so I just kind of wanted to do this anyway. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time when we explore more stuff in Shard of Dreams, take care.